Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. My name's Renee. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. I appreciate you being here, and welcome to Get Ready With Me Wednesday. I do this every week with my girl Kat. We've been doing this for quite a while. So after you're done here, I suggest you go down below in the description box, click on her link, and go show her some love. Anyways, thanks again, Kat, for another week. I love you so much, and I can't wait to see your video, and I hope that you had an amazing week. Without further ado, if you want to see what we're getting into today, then stick around. I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, I'm back. So I did clean and moisturize my face. I did use this 4th Ray Beauty Thirst Aid hydrating primer, and then I sprayed a little bit of my Laura Geller Spackle Mist. And then to prep my lids, I used my Olimar Primero primer. I just put that down, and then I used a little bit of my Hard Candy Translucent Setting Powder just to kind of tap on it and get it ready. We're going to go ahead and play in the colors today because you know what? Why not? Let's have some fun. So we're going to use the Mikayla Glam Light Pop 2. And this is the palette and what she looks like. Isn't she beautiful? Just stunning, 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 stunning. I've got a mess going on here, guys, and I need to clean it up. And I've just been not feeling so great the last few days, so I haven't really been doing squat. So, I think I'm going to start with, I need a transition shade. So maybe I'm going to use a little bit of this Pacifica bronzer blush palette, and I'm just going to use a little bit of the bronzer to add a little bit of, what do they call it, depth to the crease. So I'm just going to use this brush right here. It's a crease number 7, and I can't read. It's written like in that fancy cursive, so I can't really read what brand it is. I'm just going to go ahead and put this in the crease and get it ready. Not much been going on in my neck of the woods the last week, really. Just trying to get back in the swing of things. I go back to work and then I end up not feeling good, and so now I've been off, and I talked about this in my Mask Monday, so you guys know that I just have been kind of under the weather and really scratchy, sore throat, which it's getting better, so I'm ready to go back to work now. You know what I mean? It's like you don't want to go, but you do want to go after being at home. You know, when you're on vacation, I guess it's a little different because you got stuff that you can do to keep yourself busy. But when you're not feeling good and you're just laying there, it's like eventually you get to the point where you're like, I really need to get out of this house. Kind of like when the pandemic started, you know what I mean? It was kind of cool at first, you know, the first couple days, but after, you know, maybe 4 or 5 days, it's like, all right, I'm over this already, being stuck in the house and not being able to go anywhere or do anything, you know what I mean? I'm gonna have to fix this primer. It's like, can you see that? That's okay. We'll blend the shadows over it and fix it up so it'll look okay. All right, nice little wash of color in the crease. Can you hear it in my voice? I can hear it in my voice. And I can feel the scratchiness. It's like down in here. It's driving me bonkers. Driving me bonkers. I'm going to use this E12 Starry Night collection from Bling Brushes. And I'm just going to kind of blend this out a little bit. Alrighty, we got that done. So, I think what I want to do, what brush do I want to use right now? Let's use the B1 Blend Bunny Cosmetics brush, and I'm going to, all right, you guys, we're just going to freaking go for it, and we're going to play. I'm going to go into Wicked Awesome, which is like a dark blue that's on the bottom here. Where is my mirror? Found it. That is a dark color, and I'm just going to, I got an eyelash or something there. Get out of the way. I'm just going to tap it out here, and we're going to see how this works. And I'm just going to play with the colors today. I don't know. I'm going to let the look just kind of go wherever it's going to go. And have a little bit of fun. You know what I mean? I may look crazy at the end of this, but you know, hey, it is what it is. I didn't do my face makeup yet. I normally do like to do my face makeup first, but I figure since we're using these like bold colors, I will wait to do my face after, and then I can kind of use the foundation and concealer and stuff to kind of clean it up. I just put a little more on here and use my setting spray to get the color a little bit wet. And I'm just going to tap it over what I laid there, and it's just going to, I think, make it be a little bit more vibrant and stick a little bit better to my lid. How's that look, guys? Definitely needs to be blended out a little bit. I got a little bit under here, but that's okay because I'm gonna kind of use that. I went and got 60,000 mile maintenance on my car last week. And I got there, I had to wait, like I was supposed to go, like the little thing sticker they put in your car window after they do the service, like the next time you're supposed to get a service was, well, I didn't reach the miles. I never reached the miles, but I was supposed to go get the service on, what was it, August 9th. I was supposed to go get the service on my car, according to the little sticker. So I went online, like quite a bit before, like the month before, I went online to try and book the appointment, and they had nothing until the 31st, which kind of sucked because I kind of wanted to go get the service before I drove over to my dad's on vacation, but it didn't work out that way. But I told them, I was like, you know, I'm always a little bit nervous to wait because I don't want to mess my warranty up. And he said I won't because it wasn't, you know, months afterwards. I'm going to get a little more of the Wicked Awesome. There's a lot of kick up in here, and I'm just going to spray my brush a little bit more. But I noticed that on the driver's side in my car, when I have the air and the heat on, well, I haven't had the heat on because it hasn't been, well, sometimes in the morning it's a little chilly, so I'll put the heat on, and then I forget and I leave it on, and then at the end of the day when I get off of work and I get back into my car, the heat's going, and I don't realize it at first until it starts getting really hot in my car, and then I'm like, oh my gosh. But it's cold enough in the morning that you want to have, you know, the heater going. But anyways, the vent on the driver's side isn't working. So when I took my car in for my service, I told the guy that, you know, and he's like, well, we're all booked up, so I won't be able to look at that for you today. And I'm like, really? And then after they brought my car out, all right, now what do I want to do? I think I'm going to use this same brush and just kind of color switch it off. I also have a paper towel here to clean my brushes on. I'm going to go into No Hash Lines and just tap on it a little bit, and then just kind of blend out these edges here just real lightly. But after they brought my car out, right, I seen him, the person that brought my car out when it was done. Well, I went up front and I was standing there, and they said they just got to run it through the car wash and then they'll bring it. And I looked out and I seen him bringing my car, and he parked it. And, sorry, excuse me. The guy sat in my car after he pulled into the spot for like 5 minutes. And I'm standing there looking like, what is he doing in my car? You know what I mean? And then he finally got out, and he comes in and he drops off the keys, right? And I'm standing there waiting, look out at my car, look up at the counter, waiting. And then they help this other person with their car and everything. And then I finally go up to the counter, and I'm like, they brought my car out. He dropped the keys off back there. Like, I gave him like 5 minutes, and they weren't, you know, getting the keys and going to get my car, or, you know, to take me to the cashier to pay and everything like that. But I was just irritated. First, the guy's sitting in my car for like 5 minutes, and I'm like, what the heck is he doing? And I probably should have said something, but I didn't. I was kind of irritated that they wouldn't take a minute to, I'm going to use this brush again and just kind of clean it up a little bit. So I was irritated that they wouldn't look at the vent. I was irritated the guy sat in my car for like 5 minutes doing only God knows what. And I do have like, in my driver's side door, there's like a little, in the handle, there's like a place there where I put my coin. And I was like, I wonder if he was like maybe digging through my coin or something. I don't know, but it just kind of, I don't know, made me nervous. I should have said something to them while I was there, but I didn't. All right, next I think we're going to go into, let's just do green, because you know what? It's Seahawk season, and why not? Maybe this is something I could wear to a game. This itch in my throat is really driving me crazy. I think I'm going to go into, should I go into Cody James? I think I'm going to go into Cody James. And I'll leave the shades up in here. Should I spray my brush? Probably. And I'm going to put this in the inner corner here. And hope that this turns out the way that I want it to. Alright. I'm just going to kind of keep packing a little bit more on. So I've been like, okay, so sometimes, I'm not going to lie, I watch a few commentary channels. Like, I really like Rich Lux, and I really like Peter Mon. So I watch, you know, their videos. And some of the people that they talk about, like, I don't really know. Like, they were talking about this Gabby Hanna, right? And I kind of know who she is because I've heard her name before, but I don't know who she is. Supposedly, she started out on something called Vine, which I had never heard of until they were talking about where kind of Gabby Hanna started from. But I guess it's kind of like, I don't know, kind of like the start of what YouTube is now, you know what I mean? Like, it's a different platform, but it was where people would make, like, videos, I guess, and stuff, and then people started moving over to YouTube, and YouTube was starting to, like, grow. And they were talking about, like, she was having, like, some sort of a meltdown, and she was posting all these TikTok videos. So, of course, curiosity got the best of me. All right, now what do I want to, which brush? Let me use this brush right here, and I'm going to go into 13. And I'm just going to kind of blend the edge here. But curiosity got the best of me, so I went over to TikTok and looked for Gabby Hanna and kind of started watching the videos, and it kind of like, I don't know, like, some people say that she's like, this is like all for attention and to promote her like new album that came out, and I don't know, like, I don't know anything about her. I haven't watched her for years like probably some other people have, you know. I know nothing about her or any kind of drama that she gets into or anything like that, but it kind of made me think, you know, about my mom and my sisters, because I gotta fix this, you guys. This purple is like getting a little patchy. But it kind of made me think about, you know, my mom and stuff, because my mom, she was bipolar, manic depressive, manic, I never know how to say it, bipolar, manic depression she had. And she would do things that were like, I don't know, she would just talk really weird, you know what I mean? And it was kind of like a little bit scary when we were little, because she would do these, like, it was like she was one person, and then when she would have a breakdown, a mental break, she would be like a completely different person. You know what I mean? So it's kind of scary. And my mom had to go into the hospital a few times to get better, you know what I mean? They would put her in the hospital, and then they would adjust meds for her and, you know, do all these things that they need to do to kind of get her right, to balance out her whatever is off, you know. It's driving me crazy, you guys. I can't even talk without getting scratchy. And my sister, Michelle, kind of suffered with the same thing, and which is part of the reason that she's not with us anymore. I'm going to use this and just kind of blend this a little bit. But that's part of the reason why she's not with us anymore, because she had a mental breakdown. You know, she was going through a lot, and she didn't get the help that she really needed, and it ended up taking her life. And, you know, I just feel like if it was something that she was like joking about or whatever, like, it's really not cool. There's a lot of stuff with mental health that people just don't, I don't know, they just don't offer enough help for it. They don't talk about it enough, and they just kind of make it seem like people are just crazy. And it's like, my mom couldn't help what was going on with her. Now I need to figure out what I want to do on the lid there. Should I lay like a, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take Mama Wang, which is like this light purple, and I'm using one of the Mikayla brushes. I have the other ones right here, and I have used them, and they're not bad. And I'm just going to tap that in the middle here. I guess we're kind of doing like a halo eye. I guess that's how this is turning out. But I just don't think that telling people that they're, you know, are assuming that people are crazy when they're not. They're just, they just need a little bit of help to kind of get even, you know what I mean? Like, and I don't see why people make it seem like it's a bad thing to like be on medication. You know, I've taken medication before when I needed to. Like when I was married, there was a few times that I went through some really rough patches, you know, and I was struggling, and I still go through that now, and I just haven't, you know, gotten into the doctor to find out about getting, you know, maybe some medicine that I could take. I remember that she gave me this, it wasn't a prescription because she wasn't like a PhD doctor, so she couldn't prescribe medications, but there's this natural thing that you can take, and I can't remember the name of it, and I wish I did. If I can figure it out or think about it, I'll leave it linked in. But I started taking that, and it actually helped, and it was just something that I was able to get at the supplement store. What do I want to put on top of that? Should I use sparkly? That's what sparkly looks like. That actually might look really pretty. Let's go for it. I'm just going to use my finger and tap it on. But it really helped kind of take the edge off, and then I wasn't so nervous about, you know, side effects to like prescribed medication, you know what I mean? Because it was something that I could get at the supplement store. Not that you couldn't have side effects from that too. And if it works, you know what I mean? Why not just take that? And it did, and then I stopped taking it, of course, because, you know, things got better and I didn't feel like I really needed it. But that's kind of the problem that was with my mom, you know what I mean? Like, she would be taking her medication and she would feel good and be fine, and then she would stop taking her meds because she didn't think she needed it anymore, even though she really did, because that's what was keeping her right. And my sister Brandy, she kind of went through a really tough, I think it was like 2 years, maybe 2 or 3 years. She went through a really bad rough patch where, you know, she was, I think she just kind of got overwhelmed, you know. Life can get really overwhelming when you have a lot of stuff going on, and sometimes you need a little help to get through it. And I think it happened so quick that she didn't even realize that it was happening. And, you know, you just got to kind of be there and notice it and help her. And like, that's what I did. I just tried to be there for her the best way that I could and help her the best way that I could. And it took a little bit, but she got better. What are we thinking about this eye look? And now she's doing great. I think I got to clean this up a little bit more. I think I'm going to go off and get my base done and everything, and then I'll be right back and we can do the under eye and the lip maybe and mascara and stuff. So don't go anywhere, I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, so I kind of played around a little bit. I used my ink lasting foundation I have from Avon, and this is in Neutral Light. So I used that. I used a little bit of my Wet n Wild concealer, like under my eyes and like along the side here, just to kind of clean it up a little bit. I put a little bit down my nose. Okay, so I used that. I also used a little bit of the Hard Candy translucent powder, hard to think. And I pulled this out because this Trestique, it's like a cream bronzer contour. It's got a little brush, sorry, on this side, but I didn't use that. I just used a sponge. So I just put a little bit here, here, and up around here, and then just kind of blended it out. And then I used my Too Faced, this is chocolate gold bronzer, and kind of went on there. And then that's when I used this brush to use the powder to kind of, you know, clean it up a little bit. And I got this little blush palette from Karen Ann for the Matchbox subscription box, and I just used this blush color right here and just put it around here. I think it kind of faded a little bit, but that's from using that powder to kind of, I can bring it back though. This is the brush that I used to put it on. I'll just use a little bit of what's left and kind of try and freshen it up a little bit. And then on my brows, I was gonna use my e.l.f. taupe brow pencil, but then I decided to go into this and I used this shade right here. Are they perfect? Not so much, but that's okay. They're not terrible. Like they say, they're sisters, not twins, right? So we're just gonna go with that. And then I did use a little bit of the Blackest Black, and I sprayed my brush and just kind of put like a thin line right there. And I also used my KVD Cake pencil and just did a little tight line just to kind of, I don't know, make it look a little more va-va-voom, I guess, because we're playing today, you know, we're having some fun. I'm kind of doing this for something, but I can't like tell you guys just yet. Now I'm going to curl my lashes. I'm going to use my Laura Geller Fortifying Lash Primer. All right, now that we got that, shall we do the lower lash line? Yes, we shall. What brush to use? It's so difficult to figure out what brush to use that's not gonna like make it like too much, you know what I mean? Like I really like using these Blend Bunny brushes, but I think they need to be just a smidge smaller, like maybe this one right here. I think we'll try this. And I'm going to go in with the Wicked Awesome. Spray my brush. And then I'm just going to tap it right out here. I got a little bit of a mess right there. Try and clean that up. Hopefully that worked. All right, there we go. Now let's get this other side. All right, now I'm going to clean that brush off, and I'm going to go in with the Cody James color. Hopefully I got this cleaned off enough. Wet my brush, put that on the inner here, and I'm going to have it meet up with that blue color. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the Blend Bunny brush, and I think I'm going to go in with the no harsh lines and just kind of blend this blue out a little bit and hope to God I don't mess it up. I'm going to use this other Blend Bunny brush, and I'm going to go into 13. And just kind of blend out this inner color.
Love you.
Love you too, buddy. Alrighty, I tried to clean up a little bit. I don't know, how are we looking, guys? This one looks different from this one. Can you see that? How this one goes? Forget about it. Forget about it. All right, I'm going to go in with, should I use poppin' or glazed? I think I'm going to use glazed with this. This is, what is this? L1 fling brush. I'm going to spray it. And then I'm just going to tap it on this inner corner here to give it a little va-va-voom. I'm going to put a little bit on my brow bone here as well, just to highlight. Give it a little lift, a little pizzazz to the look. I'm going to go in with this Starry Night one and just kind of go over that a little bit. Clean up here a little bit. How are we looking, guys? How are we looking? I kind of like it. I kind of like it. All right, I'm going to put a little black eyeliner in the waterline. Alrighty, I'm going to curl my lashes a little bit now that that lash primer's been on there drying a little bit, just to kind of give them a little bit more of a lift. And then I'm going to use my Lash Princess mascara. Looks pretty. Whoops. I'm going to use my ColourPop Act Natural and do the lower lashes just a little bit. Alright, now what do we do for the lips? Let me see. I think I'm going to use this lip liner. This is a lip liner pencil, LA Colors Smooth Plum. Alrighty guys, we're going to try this Smashbox in Straight Up. That's what it looks like. And I'm just going to kind of, I don't know if that was the right choice. Alright, how's that look? Was that the wrong choice of color? I don't know. I don't know. Alright, now I'm going to take this Ulta Beauty. It's like a lip gloss. I'm going to put a little bit on my finger and just tap it on there. That looks pretty, right? I really like this, you guys. Wow, this is like way out of my comfort zone. I don't do a lot of looks like this, but talk about glam, right? Super pretty. What do you guys think? I like it. Anyways, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. It really means a lot. I appreciate the love and support. I think that, you know, it's you guys that give me hope in mankind, really, because there's like not a lot of so nice people out there, but I know there's a lot more of good people just because I know you guys, you know what I mean? And so thank you for always bringing love and light into my life every day, so that I don't let the negative get the better of me, because you guys help me to see the positive every day, and I appreciate it so much. With that being said, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Let me know what you think of the look. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. I hope you guys all have an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time of day it is that you're watching this. If you haven't joined Nene's Glam Squad, I hope you'll go down below. It's free. Hit that subscribe button. Turn up the notification bell. That way you can get notified anytime that I make a new upload. If you wouldn't mind giving the video a thumbs up, it only takes a second and it really means a lot. It helps out my channel and it lets YouTube know that you enjoy seeing my content, as well as leaving a comment. Say hi, let me know what you think of the look. Have you got this collection? Do you have any of these products? Do you like them? Tell me about your day, what you did for the Labor Day weekend. Did you have a cookout? Did you go down to the beach? Did you do anything fun? Let me know. I want to know. I'm curious. And so, yeah, take care, stay safe, and I hope I will see you guys in my next video. I love you all. Bye. Don't forget to go check out Kat. Thanks again for another week. I love you.